Athletes, hello. Wally Harnischfeger here, owner/race director of the Vero Beach Triathlon. I want to spend a few minutes going over some of the key issues we're going to face during the race. First of all, packet pickup. Saturday packet pickup will now be at South Beach at the race venue. Last year, for those of you who did it, we had it at Runner's Depot. And this year we're moving it to the race venue. Times will be noon to 4 on Saturday afternoon, and we also will have packet pickup early Sunday morning. On race day, transition opens at 5:30 and closes at 7 o'clock. And our first swim wave will be at 7:15. We're going to start with the Olympics and then move on to the sprint distance athletes. The course, basically we have a barrier island beachside village course is how I would describe it. It's a little quirky at times, but you play with what you've got. The swim, the course will be set in the morning depending on sea conditions, tides, etc. 1 loop for the sprint, 2 loops for the Olympic, okay? So the Olympic athletes on the swim will do 1 loop and then go on the beach for a little bit and back out for the second loop. Wetsuits. The water has been a little colder than it normally is. And presently it's about 76 degrees. Wetsuit legal, as you all know, is 78 degrees Fahrenheit or below. So I would say there's a possibility that it'll be wetsuit legal. So if you have one, you might bring it if you want to wear a wetsuit. The bike, our bike starts at transition on Ocean Drive, moves on to A1A southbound. And as you may remember if you did the race last year, we have a what I call a mooring line drive veer, where you leave A1A and go down mooring line drive. It's a cul-de-sac, come back and get back onto A1A. And we do that because we want to keep the bike in Indian River County. It's much less complicated that way. And so that's the only sort of little departure from the straight down A1A and back. Again, 1 loop on the bike for sprint and 2 loops for Olympic. The run is through our neighborhood called Riomar, which is a very nice neighborhood in Vero Beach. And we basically run down to Humiston Park, turn around there, back to transition area, 2 loops for the Olympic, 1 loop for the sprint. I want to also mention that on the bike, A1A will have vehicular traffic. It's impossible to close those roads, and but at that hour of the morning there shouldn't be much traffic at all. And the same for the run. Our run in Vero Beach basically coexists with everybody, including automobiles, but they are used to seeing runners there. There won't be many cars out, but I want you to be aware that on the run also there may be vehicles. We have police at major intersections, and everything should be quite controlled. Post-race plans. Right, we plan to have this year, now that the COVID episode has passed, we will have refreshments, open refreshments at the finish area. And as soon as official times are posted, we will have an award ceremony. Other miscellaneous items that I think are important. Restrooms. We have a restroom building at South Beach. You may know, for those of you who've done this, you may be aware of that. It's large, And so that is, is a good thing to keep in mind. And we also will have a couple of portable porta potties in transition. Parking. Parking is always an issue. We will have use of the main parking lot at South Beach, which can take about 150 cars. Some of you will not get into that lot. Last year, we had no problem when individuals found parking within the immediate area of transition. When you proceed into South Beach Park from A1A, it's only a distance of 2 blocks. The first street to your right is called Coral, C-O-R-A-L. If you turn down Coral and kind of find street parking, it usually means a relatively short walk to the to transition. Remember, it's early in the morning and people are in those houses asleep, and try to keep the lights and noise level to a minimum. Again, last year we just had a remarkably smooth parking situation, and I hope we can do it again this year. After the race, we will have light refreshments set up near the finish line, and when the official results are in, we also will have presentation of awards. A couple of other miscellaneous items. South Beach Park has a very good restroom building, so you have access to the restrooms there. We also will have a couple of porta potties in transition. Rule change, I think you all know the rules basically. There is one change this year, which I suppose most of us aren't even aware that we may not do it. And basically, USAT now requires the helmet chin strap to be fastened anytime the athlete is in control of the bike. So in other words, when you lift the bike off the rack to set out on the bike, chin strap should be on, and when you return, it should stay on until the bike is put into the rack. Parking, we had no problems with parking last year, even though it can be somewhat challenging. We have use of the main parking lot at South Beach, which consists of about 150 cars. Some of you will not get into that lot, and so if you fan out into the neighborhood nearby, beyond Ocean Drive, you can park in the neighborhood and have a relatively short walk, a couple of blocks to transition. I really think this year we're going to have a terrific race, and I look forward to seeing all of you there.